It's Be Real time.
Can I take it?
Yeah.
Yes. I hate not doing it on time.
Welcome to Next Week Podcast, episode 32, right as Be Real goes off, which
Wow.
Mary still does. I haven't been on Be Real in quite some time.
Everyone smile.
Smile, everybody.
Live on the air.
This is kind of perfect. I can rattle through my intro as you post that.
Yeah, go ahead. I've already done.
So we'll be on here for an hour as always, but
we'll be real
per,
on here.
As per every week, we'll also be on Patreon for an extra half hour. And we're on Discord as well. Everything that I'm listing here is on our website, nextweeknews.com. We also do weekly YouTube videos on Wednesdays and daily news clips, news reports on evenings at about 6 o'clock Central, usually.
That's so nice of us to do all of that.
We promised last week that we'd start giving you what the Patreon theme is for this week. This might be a rattle off nonsense one. We'll see. We were trying to brainstorm on what we were going to do, but
the theme this week is surprise.
It's a surprise. Should we hype it up as a huge surprise?
Yeah,
it will
be.
It's
a surprise to all of us, us included.
I don't know if you sent me any tweets. I did look.
I doubt it.
I don't think so. But I had two that were interesting because they were kind of along the same, like they weren't related, but they were in the same vein.
Oh, when I was reading that, I thought you had those dreams.
No.
These were other people. Okay. I thought you were going to talk about your dreams. I was like, wait, you don't dream.
I saw two very interesting, I think they weren't both tweets, but they were both, one of them was a tweet I saw on YouTube, and the other one was some like unknown source post I saw on Twitter. So like things that were from different formats being put onto other social networks. Anyway, there were two of them for this week, and they were both pretty funny to me. I'll just read them off, I guess. So the first one is, I had a dream last night. I was watching the game, which is Michigan versus Ohio State. That's what they call that. I don't like that.
They just call it the game?
Yeah, they call it the game.
Oh, that's annoying.
Very self-important. So they're watching the game, but Georgia Tech was just chilling there for some reason. And the announcers were like, gotta look out for Georgia Tech here. I saw that on like one of those like no context accounts on Twitter. I don't know. I couldn't like tell what the form, like it was like I couldn't tell what social media it was posted from, but they did also include like a mock-up of like Ohio State versus Michigan, and then there were just like Georgia Tech players kind of scattered throughout the field.
That would be kind of scary. You would have to look out for them, so that makes sense.
Watch out for Georgia Tech. You never know what they're going to pull during the game.
Yeah. They just want to be part of the game.
I like that though. Like why can't there just be like a third team involved? And the second one, and there was a whole YouTube video. I should link the YouTube video because it was good. About this one. It was this was from a tweet from @DDDrewDaniel. And it was, had a dream I was at a rave talking to a girl, and she told me about a genre called hit 'em. That's 5/4 time, 212 beats per minute, and super crunched out sounds. Thank you, dream girl. And there was like a 20-minute YouTube video of like a guy making hit 'em, and like a whole bunch of users submitted hit 'em songs.
Oh wow.
And it's fun. It was
Is that
good.
like really fast?
It sounds fast, but it's not that fast.
Okay.
Like it's not like crazy fast.
Uh-huh.
Because you can take 212 and kind of make it sound like 106.
Of course. Half the
But
time.
it's like 5 beats per measure. So like a normal song is like dun 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 1 2
Yeah.
3 4. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. So it's got a very interesting cadence to it.
Crunched out sounds.
Crunched out
like,
sounds. It's not quite. It's very like distorted sounding.
Yeah, that was distorted.
That was distorted, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Well, fun. I'll have to go listen to that. Have you showed me that? No.
No, these were very new. This was one of those was from this morning, and actually they're both from this morning. I think I saw these both this morning, or maybe I saw one last night. I don't know.
This morning.
Yeah. So much so that I made my own tweets from Aidan section. Both like Twitter
you never
adjacent.
do that. Yeah. We should just each week also go through and read your own tweets that you tweet during a week. Go through and read those.
Should we revisit the handsome burger?
Yeah.
There should be. This is an Aidan tweet. There should be a burger that's like as universally known as like the cheeseburger. Like everyone knows about a cheeseburger. It's just like a variation of a burger, but it should be the handsome burger. I don't know what it is.
It's handsome.
It's handsome. or it's like it's got a handsome aura about it.
Yeah.
But like
I think
ordering a
that's a great
handsome
idea.
burger with handsome fries and extra handsome sauce,
Sounds good.
like that
I would
sounds
order it.
that sounds like something I should be able to do at the drive-through.
And it should be like standard. Like it
Yeah.
should be.
I did look it up, and there's apparently like an Irish restaurant called Handsome Burger that's like award winning.
Oh wow.
So I guess I got to go hit up Handsome Burger
yeah.
next time I'm in Ireland.
Shake their hand.
I guess.
Thank you.
Like,
for
hey, I
that.
had this one tweet that had like 8 likes where we kind of came up with the same concept separately. I didn't know about you until I looked it up after I made it up myself. But here I am in Ireland. I had a similar type dream situation. This was like 2 years ago about coming up with something like these, and I made a video about it. But like I had a half asleep vision that there was baseball where the strike zone was shaped like Texas.
Oh, you made a graphic.
I did
didn't
make
you?
like a graphic and a video. That one actually did pretty well on Twitter. I tweeted just like a screenshot of like, you know how they overlay the strike zone on baseball broadcasts now. I just did that with like the thin white line, but the thin white line was like the outline of Texas. That was like a 200 like tweet.
A hit tweet.
A hit tweet back in the day.
OMG, a hit tweet.
Back in the day for me on Twitter was like 2021. That was 3 years ago though, so I guess that is back in the day.
Yeah. Back in the good old days. Well, I don't know about good old days. Back in the day.
Back in the day for sure. So yeah, that's the intro.
I think we can do a quick segment of what's in Mary's cup this week.
Oh yeah. Oh,
'cause
I
it's
completely
different.
forgot because it's quite distracting for me over here.
Yeah, last week it was hot water and honey. You're hearing me coughing. I'm a little over my cold. But this week, courtesy of one of our very loyal listeners, I have apple cider
Ooh.
with a little dash of cinnamon. And it's all warmed up, even though it's like 85 degrees outside. It's hot apple cider. It's Honeycrisp. It literally tastes like you're drinking a Honeycrisp apple, which I guess that's what I'm doing.
Good thing I kept the AC on to give the air a little chill in
Yeah,
here.
I was like sweating when I got here, but I immediately needed this.
She walked in with a thermos, and she's like the first thing she's like, I gotta find a mug, and then I'm ready to go. But that smells delicious.
Yeah, you can't really have it though, can you? Or maybe you could.
I can have apple cider.
Okay.
I won't have it because it's yours.
You can have a sip.
I'll have a sip.
Okay, that was the
Eventually.
intro.
All right. Oh, there's a cough.
Yeah.
Well, we'll jump right into your submissions that you're all here for.
My submissions?
Not yours. Sometimes when I talk, I'm talking to the unseen viewer
Who?
in the room with us, the invisible viewer.
I forget about them.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
You're just here to yap with me.
Yeah. I thought we just saved these recordings just for
Just for
fun.
funsies.
I didn't think you did anything with them. All right. So, to start out, there will be a new phase of the moon added next week. The Welking Grabbous will be introduced as a new phase, and it will make the moon look like a donut with a shadow in the middle caused by some unknown source. That is from Lucas _ Ace. I mean, I'm allergic to your last name. I'm sorry.
That was from Lucas Aceski
That's what I said.
or Aseski or something like that. I really like the Welking Grabbous.
I like that too.
It's a fun thing to say.
Welking Grabbous.
You got to find a way to like put this into your lexicon whenever it's a thing. Like Q3 reports are due, boss. Sir, during a Grabbous? You expect me to do reports during the Grabbous? The moon looks like a donut. And we're worried about Q3 reports here.
That's a ridiculous boss.
You think I can pick you up from the airport during a Grabbous? Absolutely not. The planes shouldn't even be in the air.
During a Welking Grabbous?
During a Welking Grabbous, you're
kidding
going
me?
for a flight? And we don't even know what's causing the shadow.
Yeah.
The moon looks delicious. And you expect me to reach down and tie my shoe? I'm not tying my shoe. It's a Grabbous.
Yeah.
We leave things are during the Grabbous.
You expect me to eat oatmeal for breakfast and not a donut during a Grabbous? A Grabbous moon? Staring at me straight in the face?
You can only eat
At night?
you can only eat donuts and and bagels
Yeah.
and like other weird pastries that have stuff in the middle, like a pie that just has a hole in the middle, maybe.
Or a Girl Scout cookie, the one with the circle.
Oh,
Or
what are those
the
ones?
Keebler Elf cookies.
Oh,
You
fudge
expect me to
stripes.
eat something other than a fudge
Oh
stripe cookie?
my goodness, fudge stripes. Are you okay over there?
I don't know. Yeah.
It was
I didn't have water on hand. I only have the cider.
got a
I
gulp
think
cider.
it's making it worse.
Did the cinnamon in the cider cause this? Because it wasn't a problem before we started. And
It's always had the cinnamon.
had
I
some
don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, no, I added the cinnamon, but
Were you drinking it before you got here?
no.
I won't say that it's necessarily the cause, but
What if I might just be allergic?
it lines up.
It's the Welking Grabbous. I
Oh
don't
no,
know
just the
what to
thought of a
tell you.
Grabbous has got you all worked up.
Yeah. How will this affect the tides? It probably won't. I don't think the moon really even affects
Swirly
the tide.
tides.
Ooh, like a whirlpool.
Hmm.
That'd be cool.
That's probably pretty dangerous. When do you think the Welking Grabbous lies within the cycle?
I would say once it goes full, you get a full moon, then you get a Welking Grabbous.
Then it grabs us?
Yeah. Then a Grabbous. And then it goes back to full.
Whoa.
And then it starts whatever else it does. Waning or something.
I think it starts waning after, yeah.
Yeah. Because
after the full.
I know. I played all like demure, if that made sense. I played pretty humble, but I know the difference because I memorized it. Waxing, I imagine the X having little arrows going out, and because the moon's getting bigger, and waning, it's getting smaller. If that's correct.
Waning also means like getting smaller as a word.
No.
Or like going away.
Yeah. But waxing, that doesn't make any sense. So it's got the little arrows, the X, it's expanding. So there's a note for you listeners at home, and for you.
Don't talk to Mary about the moon phases during a Grabbous.
Oh yeah. I wonder if it'll like activate a new, because the full moon activates werewolves. I wonder if the Grabbous will activate like a different kind of
Like a
mystical
rabbit.
animal. Like
The rabbits howl at the moon now?
That'd be cool. Do they even make noises? Besides,
Kinda. They grunt, I think. They don't do
well,
it very
now they will
often.
howl.
Yeah.
Rabbits
Yeah,
will
rabbits
howl
howl.
at the moon, but also werewolves is more like people turn into them. So maybe people turn into the rabbits if you get bit by a rabbit during a Grabbous moon. It's possible.
I think you know that better than I would. You're much more.
Yeah, I mean, I studied the Welking Grabbous in school. I majored in Grabbous, so I think I would know.
And werewolves.
Yeah, literally reading a book about werewolves right now.
She's reading Twilight.
I'm reading New Moon.
Ooh.
Twilight, the first one, is not about werewolves at all.
There are werewolves in it, aren't there?
Not yet.
I've watched the movie through you. He's
No,
not a
not in the
werewolf, but
first
there's
one.
Oh. What?
In New Moon. They don't know about him yet.
Did I not watch the first Twilight then?
No, we watched a different one, I think.
How many are there?
Like 4.
I just assumed we were watching. Never mind. This is getting too convoluted for me. Werewolves and
I mean, the guy's in
Grabbous
it.
moons. He is, yeah, but like I thought, like it was determined that he's a werewolf.
No. I don't know what you were watching.
I don't know.
Well, should we move on?
Green lights are now optional. If you are at a light texting and it turns green, you don't have to go. You may have some unhappy campers behind you, but you are busy making plans. And that one's from D. Ducker.
You know, I feel like I kind of always thought this was a thing already.
You never have to go.
It doesn't seem like you should have to. Like, what, you can get pulled over for not going at a green light? I don't know about that.
Like a red light, you can't go, right? That means do
Yeah.
not go.
Don't go.
Green light, I think people have taken it to mean go, but I haven't heard anywhere that it means you have to go.
Yeah. Especially if you're texting.
Especially
Like,
if you're like
what?
making
They want you to text and drive? Are you kidding me? Like, no, wait. Like, you don't have to go. Just finish your text. Like,
yeah, the light's green, but I'm reaching in the passenger seat for pastries that had fallen off, and they're now in the crevice between
Oh.
like the like there's a closed bag of pastries that fell off the passenger seat in between that and like the dash, and I'm like leaned over the center console trying to
Yeah.
grab my danishes
Yeah.
out of the bag, and
Yeah.
the light's green. I'm grabbing my danishes.
yeah. Like, what? They can't expect you to be
Am I supposed
leaned over grabbing at it while you're driving.
like you're supposed to have me go forward, drive my car while I'm completely leaned over the center console?
You'll be going straight
head
to the
under
side.
the dash, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows what the steering wheel's doing at that point?
I don't know.
Not my concern.
That is genuinely, that's something that's happened to me. Of like, I having
That exact scenario.
well, maybe not danishes, but having the food sitting on the passenger seat, and then the light turns red, you slam on the brakes, it flies, gets lodged somewhere, and then you got to lean over and get it because you need to eat while you're driving. But yeah, you don't want to lean over, and so it turns green, you got to wait, you got to finish fishing out your food.
Go around.
Yeah. Don't text while drive. Just stay at the green light.
There should be a blinker.
Finish.
Like you have your hazards. I mean, I guess those are kind of the do anything lights.
Yeah.
So if you throw your hazards on,
People
then
will still honk.
they'll honk, but you're allowed to get away with it.
Yeah.
There should be maybe like an alternating both lights flashing. That means like I'm texting.
Or maybe you can just sit there and go up and down on the turn signal, like just go, and so then it would go boop 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 boop.
Well,
while
trying
you're
to do that while
texting.
texting is
Yeah.
distracting.
I mean, that's, you could
I would
multitask.
never want to be distracted in my car.
You would never have any distracted while texting.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Driving's hard enough, but to have to do that while I'm sending a text, my words per minute's going to be like 5.
well, you got plenty of time. I mean, it's just a green light. You're fine waiting.
I guess. You could wait a couple cycles. But there should be a button that does that.
Yeah, I guess so. But until we have that, that's the only option.
Yeah. Until it becomes like people know what that means.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or, I guess if I was thinking maybe like brake, 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 and then your lights would be flashing, but then that would just look like the hazards.
Yeah.
And you'd be slowly moving forward. Maybe that's the difference.
Just cars like jolting. There's something seriously wrong.
Oh, they're sending a text. Gotta go around.
If you see a car lurching down the road,
They're probably
that's
just
how you know that they're texting. You have
and
to
they're
go
fine.
around.
They're fine.
Kind of how it looks anyway, probably.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to unpack here? We'll jump. To
I
the
mean,
next.
I like that they infer that I'm making plans.
Like if you're an unhappy camper behind me, send a text.
Sorry, I clinked the microphone.
Like if you're gonna be honking, like why are you honking when you could be texting?
Yeah. Like, I would be kind of grateful if the person in front of me, it's a green light and like they're not going yet because they're sending a text. Then that means I don't have to go and I can sit there and text too. Or scroll. You can also scroll.
There's so many things you can do on your phone while you're in the car.
Yeah. Or you can eat waffles. Or put on your makeup. I have, in high school, sometimes my mom would like make a breakfast and then it would be like sitting there for like an hour and then I would take it and leave. But like she would put in a Ziploc bag like toaster waffles drenched in syrup on like maybe a paper plate inside a bag with like a napkin. So I would be driving eating that. Just this waffle drenched in syrup. So that's where that came from.
That's a criminal move right there.
Hey,
Eating while driving is one thing, but like syrup is involved.
That's like the It's Always Sunny episode where they're like eating cereal while driving. And they're like, that's not okay. I think it was cereal.
Well, that's like a bit.
Yeah.
I don't think that's real life.
Wait, you haven't eaten cereal while driving? Don't worry, guys. I don't have a car right now. I don't drive anymore.
I've never been in a car with you
with me driving.
With you driving?
Yeah.
That would be... You're scaring me. That'd be an experience.
It's not like I'm always eating waffles while driving. It's not like a prerequisite to drive.
I wish there was a way that I could look in like all... I'm a distracted driver in the sense that like I need to know what's going on in every mirror at once, which
Really?
is probably a good thing. Just always like darting my eyes around.
I don't really use those.
So I'm already multitasking. I'm driving without distractions and yet still managing to be a distracted driver. Just by trying to focus too much.
Most of those mirrors are just for decoration.
For looking at yourself.
Yeah. Or for, like, you know how they say, things in rear view mirror may appear closer than they appear or something. Just kind of looking at that and being like, staring, like, is it closer than it appears?
Looking behind you to like judge. Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, they're right. It is closer than it appears. It's like, that's a good note. Thanks, mirror. Or like, no, I think it's a lot further. And like just kind of seeing if that's accurate or not. That's, I think, what they're for. On another note, speaking of the mirrors, I forgot who it was, but they have those stickers that go over those side mirrors, and it's like, objects in mirror may be more beautiful than they appear, or something like that. Or saying that like you look beautiful.
And it's like only for yourself.
Yeah.
Because no one else is reading that.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's beautiful. Yeah. And it's so saying that you're beautiful. Okay, that's all I have on that now. Had to make sure we got off topic a little bit.
I can get even more off topic. I saw, it was another interesting tweet this week. Back to tweets that Aidan saw. Just about like how the only number of funny bumper stickers you can have on your car is 1.
Yeah. Though if they have too many, then it doesn't get funny.
Then you're just the bumper sticker guy. But if you break the monotony of the back of the car being normal with 1 funny bumper sticker, it's got to be a really good bumper sticker.
Yeah, sometimes people do have a lot, and it's a lot. I saw a tweet of one that was, I think it was a Tesla, and the sticker said like, we bought it before we knew he was a horrible person. So it's funny. But there was just the one sticker, I think.
That's a good one. I've been seeing one in particular a lot recently where people will throw like a stick figure yanking like the gas gauge back, but like they stick it on the gas tank cover. So it's like the needle's pointing towards empty, and there's a stick figure yanking it back to full.
Huh.
I've seen that on like 3 or 4 different cars. I'm like, I don't know. It bothered me in a weird way.
How do you feel about the bumper stickers that are like threats, like threatening to other drivers?
Oh, like
something about like driving too close to you, or like like not just baby on board, but something like witty about there being a baby or someone on board.
Oh, I saw another bumper sticker. Oh, what was it? I forget. But if it has something like, if you're driving this close, then like you're too close. It's like, yeah, I'm going up to read it. Of course.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Anyway, what was the one that I saw?
I've seen some. I feel like I've seen a lot of pictures of bumper stickers lately.
You know what? It was probably something that I wouldn't want to say on here anyway. So I remember it was very funny, but maybe
it's not podcast appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe not. I can't quite remember what it was. If I remembered it, I would be less hesitant to make something up about it. Okay. We'll jump to the next one.
So next, to promote extraterrestrial activity, NASA will begin launching Earth souvenir stores next week. Customers will be able to purchase items such as a t-shirt that reads, "I visited Earth and all I got was this stupid shirt," and other generally Earth-related items. Sorry, had to swallow. Clear universal signage providing instructions on eating, blinking, and other human activities will be placed at locations for the benefit of all patrons as soon as the graphic design team stops arguing over the potential visible color spectrum of would-be visitors. That's from Anonymous. Sorry, I need to work on my breath breaks. I'm clearly not like a singer or a public speaker, because I'm like halfway through a sentence. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't taken a breath. I have so much like saliva building up. I have to stop at this weird part in this
That happens to me
sentence.
all the time. Like I've recorded nearly 500 videos of like 20
Yeah.
second takes each. Still do that every single time. I've probably done well over like maybe like 5,000 different takes, and yet I don't know how to use my breath.
Yeah, maybe
So
we should take a class.
maybe.
But this is exciting. Promoting extraterrestrial activity. Love that.
I think it is the most Earth thing of all time to have just one general gift shop on the way out.
Yeah. Multiple souvenir stores.
Do you think the designs will go hard? Or do you think it'll be like airport stores?
I think maybe at first it'll get kind of like, well, some airport stores, when we were there the other day, or the other month, whatever, I was like, they got some cute clothes, actually. But I could see some brand deals and some brands kind of getting in on it, and like collaboration, and like having some high class kind of designs. Yeah, I could see that.
What do you think the intergalactic currency is going to be? So we've got these stores,
Huh.
but anybody stopping by, do you think they have like dollars that are far more advanced than our dollars?
I mean, I think they'll have currency exchange, maybe like a little ATM outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like extraterrestrials.
Just like in general, just kind of like we'll deal with it when when it becomes an issue.
Yeah, I mean they can always use a credit card.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I mean that I'm sure part of the store is probably to have like there's like a little section where you can open your own credit card.
Oh, perfect.
In
Yeah.
order to then pay for the things. Like that's as Earth as you get is opening a credit card.
We could have like an unlimited number of people in the Visa system
Yeah.
or MasterCard.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a big opportunity for whichever one of those decides to take this up.
Yeah. Or Capital One.
You could have unlimited Capital One, of course. I feel like Capital One only exists to like. I mean, maybe it's good that they have the perks, but like I only hear about Capital One when they talk about the perks of it. Maybe they just have good perks. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, you could have like millions of people in the system building their credit scores. That's such a wonderful thing.
Mm-hmm.
We can introduce extraterrestrial beings to credit.
Yeah. I'm wondering if these will be on other planets, because that's kind of what it seems. Maybe like some, yeah, kind of like we said, like on the way out, but also it doesn't say where. Like they might be on the other planets to be like, but it does say I visited Earth, so I don't know.
I'm thinking it's going to be like in orbit of us. Like there will be these stations
Okay,
that have
makes
souvenir
sense.
shops.
Yeah. So as long as they visit kind of the Earth orbit, or like get in a little bit of like the whatever you call.
I feel like it's kind of like any souvenir shop where like if it's an actual like place that's like, you know, of importance, typically they don't. I mean, maybe they would have the souvenir shops, but you know, you see the souvenir shops at like the tourist parts of places.
Yeah.
So the outer orbit can be like our tourist part of Earth.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're just living down here.
I'm wondering what they'll come to. They said there's having some arguments, the potential visible color spectrum of the visitors. So like not knowing what kind of colors extraterrestrial beings will see, be able to see, comprehend. So that's interesting. I wonder kind of what they'll result in.
I hope
They'll
it's
decide on.
orange.
You think they can see orange?
Mm-hmm.
That's not really the first color I think of when I think of Earth. So that's interesting.
No, but maybe they can't even see Earth.
Yeah,
What if Earth is orange to them?
it could be. You never know.
I'm trying to think of what colors there are.
Roy G. Biv. Gold. Silver.
That's not in Roy G.
Silver?
Biv.
I know. I covered all of Roy G. Biv when I said Roy G. Biv.
Maybe
so
the-
then I listed
You know
others.
what? Maybe
Teal.
maybe the universal color could just be shiny. Like everything's just like incredibly reflective.
I could. That's
Because
yeah.
then whatever colors you can see are reflected back to you with your Earth souvenir material. And with the signage and stuff.
Huh. Yeah.
I think I'm just a genius. I think that's all. That's all there is to it.
So
Make
you
it
think
reflective.
they can see shiny?
It's not that they can see shiny, but they can shine back whatever they can see.
So we make the merch all shiny,
Mhm.
and then oh, I
You
like
like
that.
sequin things, disco balls.
Yeah. So make it mirrors.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Huh. That's a good idea. We should send that to the graphic design team.
I think they're just overthinking it. Make it
I
shiny.
know.
End of story.
Yeah. Gotta send that in so that they can get on the signage so we won't know when the extraterrestrial beings.
We just greenlit this whole project right now. It's perfect. Okay. All set. Now we know what to do.
Yeah. They need those signs. They need to know how to eat, blink, other human activities.
Oh. Oh, I didn't I didn't see that part initially. Or I didn't like internalize it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can come here and those are like the tourist things to do is like practice the things that humans do. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one. Gas prices will no longer be strictly money based. Now they will be based on one of three systems: a convoluted bidding system, doing the gas station a solid, or pledging your soul to the oil field. These methods will be available at most gas stations. And that's from Noli Cannoli 391 on Instagram.
Huh.
Is the convoluted bidding system kind of how it already works?
Kinda, yeah.
Like they tell me what gas is, it goes up and down like crazy. It goes up and down like you wouldn't believe. And yet you just go, you're like, gas is $5. Oh, now it's $2. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And there are reasons why that happens, but to look at it from a very non-contextual standpoint is pretty funny. Like, huh.
Yeah. But maybe it's a bit more now like person to person bidding, like depending on like who's there at the gas station right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like who's willing to pay the most. That's
A haggling-based system that has surge pricing.
yeah. But maybe you're not even bidding money at that point. You never know. It's not strictly money based. Maybe you're bidding and you can
Just numbers.
like, hey, I got 10 mini powdered donuts from the last gas station. I'm willing to give those for a gallon of gas. Each.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's very convoluted, clearly.
It is.
That's what it's supposed to be, so.
Doing the gas station a solid. Maybe if you just, I feel like giving them donuts is kind of a solid. That
Yeah.
works.
I would say that, or like, if you're there and you find some trash outside or inside in the store, picking it up and throwing it away. That's doing it a solid, I feel like. If it likes that, I don't know if it likes the trash or not.
Mm.
Whatever. We'll have to figure out, I guess, what it likes. Or if there's like a dirty spot, clean it up. That was me wiping squeaky clean.
So gas stations kind of just become collectively managed through this?
Yeah, maybe. Or, like the squeegee thingies they have there, so you can wash your windshield. Maybe filling that up with water and soap if it's running low. Doing it a solid.
I like how a tank of gas is what, like $50+?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a solid enough?
You like how it's that much?
Well, I don't like, but just the idea of like, putting some soap in the machine and then you get $50.
Well, I'm not saying you get all your gas through that. You gotta, I don't know. You gotta do
Get
it
one little
solid.
spray.
Again, we gotta figure out what it wants.
Equal like gas for soap. However much soap you put in there, that's much gas you get.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Or pledge your soul to the oil field.
That's the easiest one.
Yeah.
That's pretty straightforward.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Three solid options here
Mm-hmm.
at most gas stations.
There should be like a convoluted bidding system in the sense that there's like a whole market of people determining the prices. And then there's like some sort of, thing that assigns a numeric value to the value of something that you then trade for whatever the determined market price is.
Uh-huh. Okay.
That sounds pretty convoluted.
So I have something. I've got my mini donuts, and say
Mhm.
there's some other kind of entity thing that says how much that's worth, and based on the current market price of the gas, such as if market price is if you were getting a lobster at a restaurant,
Mhm.
the market price of the gas, which is kind of how we have it things now. Then I can trade my donuts for however much gas that's worth. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I just had the thought pop into my mind, like when you said, like when you see like market priced on the menu for lobsters, like there's just like a drink that has gas in it, but that's also listed as like market price, in like the restaurants like fun little font,
It would be.
market price.
It would be market price.
We're gonna-
That's how I think they had that in the Cars universe. They had market price on at the restaurant.
Did they really?
No.
Oh,
They should if they
Oh,
did. I don't know.
I thought I stole their joke. My joke remains solid
Yeah.
and unique.
You should make that into a joke about the Cars universe.
It's like lemonade 87, but it's just that's the octane of the gasoline that's in the lemonade. It's like if it's like it's like an
Diesel.
Arnold Palmer, because gas is like iced tea colored. I think.
Oh yeah.
Is it? No, it's bright. It's like clear, isn't it? I don't know.
It seems like it should be brown.
Should be.
I think it might be. I don't
First
know. I
order-
don't usually look at it. It's usually inside of the car or inside of a big red tank or in the big machine.
When you're looking at the gas, that's generally a problem. There's generally something wrong when you're looking
Yeah.
at gas.
Yeah. Actually, it's clear. I can tell you for sure it's clear.
Now that I've brought back everything that's gone wrong at the gas station.
Sprayed it everywhere. I've seen videos of it getting sprayed everywhere, I guess.
First order of business, make gas brown. That should be a brown thing.
It should
Second
be.
order of business, we have like a lemonade half and half, like an Arnold Palmer, but it's
Half
lemonade.
diesel, half regular.
Yeah, lemonade 87. And it's market price.
Yeah. Diesel would probably be worth more, right? It's typically
Yeah,
more
that's like
expensive.
top shelf.
It's a little more rare.
Mm-hmm.
Top shelf. And then regular. It's just Wells gas.
I gotta get your well, just like regular unleaded for me, please.
Walk into the gas station right now and be like, "Oh, can I a pump 9? Can I get 10 gallons of your well gas?"
Alternate that to the little bit of high octane afterwards.
Perfect.
All right, now that we've gone through our tangent on every single one of them, we'll keep that going with the next one.
So next, I heard from a developer that there might be a shirt pattern patch coming soon. The potential effects would be nerfing monochrome shirts and buffing shirts with horizontal stripes. That's from Anonymous.
Oh,
I'm wearing monochrome.
you've got monochrome, but it's got stripes in the texture.
Yeah, but they're
They're vertical
Vertical.
stripes though.
oh no.
I was wearing my horizontal stripes last week,
Yeah, maybe that's what they thought. How they thought about this.
but like we are next week, so that still makes sense.
Yeah.
I think.
Huh.
Huh.
So would those monochrome shirts just go away?
Well, they're no longer like I feel like they're kind of swapping with the
They would get
Striped shirts.
stripes.
they wouldn't get stripes, but they'd become as effective as a striped shirt or as like a striped shirt historically has been.
Huh.
Because like a monochrome shirt, that's pretty, versatile. You could put stuff on it.
I love a monochrome shirt.
Yeah, you can put stuff on it. You could wear it as it is. It matches more things. Stripes, you got to be a little bit more careful with. But I think we're seeing stripes become something that is more universally
Like a jean.
accessible. Yeah, like a jean.
Stripes are going to be as neutral as like a pair of jeans.
Because you think, why is a jean such a universal thing? It's like
crazy.
blue. It's a bright blue
It's
most of the time.
crazy. Yeah.
And it works with everything. Like that, according to the patterns of the rest of clothing, shouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Why should we treat stripes any different?
Yeah, like if I were wearing just blue pants, like I wouldn't wear like a green shirt or like a purple.
You probably have to wear like a
pink
gray
shirt.
or like a
Yeah,
gray
I'd
or
wear a
something.
neutral top if I'm wearing blue pants, but jeans, denim,
You could put on anything.
anything and it works. I'd wear blue up top and it works. It's crazy. Not if it's too close in color to the denim, but
Like
So now there'll be stripes.
stripes,
Stripes. is
stripes
gonna
as long
be...
as you're not wearing the exact stripes on your pants, I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Or
you
if
got
the stripes are on your pants, then
you got striped shorts.
I do have striped shorts. Those are verticals,
vertical,
though.
so it would still pair as neutral with the other
It would.
stripes.
Yeah, it would.
So as long as they're not horizontal stripes paired with your
No, you
horizontal
can't go double
stripes.
zontal. You just got
Unless you're going like, so we got the Canadian tuxedo. What would horizontal stripes with horizontal stripes be?
sideways referee.
Yeah, maybe a fallen over zebra. Is that what you'd call it? Maybe
Kind
a
of
sleeping zebra.
or kind of a
Sleeping
regular zebra.
Oh.
Because, like, okay, how would a zebra wear pants or a shirt? It would be like going, because a zebra's on all fours, so its torso is sideways.
But its stripes are vertical.
The
when you're
stripes are
looking
vertical
at
from
it.
our perspective, but from the perspective of its body layout, they're horizontal. They're parallel with the
So you think arguably
how
that
the body
zebras are wearing
proceeds through space.
horizontal stripes already? Because if
I
they
think-
were standing up.
hot take of the week. I think zebras are wearing horizontal stripes, and it's all about perspective. Our perspective is that we see them as vertical.
So you think if they were to wear pants, they would wear pants over just their bottom two, their back two legs,
Yeah.
and not over all four legs?
That's how they do it.
That's how they wear their pants?
That's how they wear their pants.
I can't say I totally disagree with you, but I'm not sold yet. But okay, so we'll call this outfit when you're wearing a full horizontal stripe outfit
The
a
standard
zebra.
Standard zebra.
The standard zebra. Zebra tuxedo? Zebra
Sure.
get up?
Okay, yeah, just
Zebra tuxedo? Zebra tux.
what does that? say? Tuxedo?
Zebrito. Because it's like a Canadian tuxedo is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Zebra tuxedo.
The Canadian tuxedo is just like
Denim on denim.
ah.
You don't know what a Canadian tuxedo
I knew. I just forgot.
Yeah,
forgot.
that's what it's called when you wear denim on denim. Like all jean.
Okay.
And so this is when you're wearing all horizontal stripes. Zebra tuxedo.
Okay, I'll give it to you. I could see it. Okay.
New Halloween costume. People be like, what are you? I'm a zebra. I'm a zebra.
Your stripes are horizontal.
Tuxedo.
Listen to this. Listen to my explanation.
Wait.
If I go on all fours, how about now?
Look.
Are they still horizontal? No. Because it's all about perspective.
I'll have to ask a zebra. It goes past just are they black with white stripes or white with black stripes, which is a proven fact. I'm pretty sure already we know what they are.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, so now there's a whole new zebra debate going on.
Oh boy. Okay, we'll jump to the next one before we get ourselves in too much trouble.
Yeah.
We're hearing reports that house cats will need a software update next week. Apparently they figured out how to fix all those weird bugs, like staring at nothing and randomly zooming off. Landing on all four paws will notably not be patched, as the bug has now become a feature. A software update will also be available for dogs, but it patches more minor bugs. Either way, you'll need to bring them to a local shelter where software experts can update your pet. And that's from CMG McG, or at Connor McGall on Instagram. There's some specific capitalization to be.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
Yeah,
at.
that is. So it's capital C, lowercase mg, then capital C, lowercase c, and then capital G.
That's very important to note.
That was specified.
Yeah. When you first started talking, I was forgetting to pay attention, so I have to read back through it.
But
I heard the first line, and I said, ha, and then I was thinking about something else. So,
We'll give Mary a second to catch up. It's about cats. That didn't grab your attention?
no, it did. That's why, and then I started thinking
you
about
said-
how, they were always submitting stuff that's like really on topic. And so then my mind started going, and I forgot to pay attention. Oh, so it used to be a bug or like a flaw that they would land on all four paws, but now it's just kind of standard. That's how they
Yeah,
come.
something that's kind of just incidental, like an accidental programming of it.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the staring at nothing and randomly zooming off. Fixing those would be
That'd be good for you.
yes. But in terms of, I guess, the staring at nothing, if they're not staring at nothing, that means they're going to stare at something. And that, if there's not much else going on, what if they just stare at, like, me? or other people. We're just staring at you the whole time instead of nothing.
I don't think it means that they have to have that behavior, but like a different focus. They can just not do that. They can just not stare and then zoom.
And what are they going to do?
Chill. Be regular.
But, like, they're going to be staring at nothing then.
Well, they can, just kind of look into space and.
That's nothing.
But no, I think we're looking at we're looking at them staring in like a very intense way. They can look. That's not necessarily staring.
Like at night when they like stare into the dark
Like what
shadows.
are you looking at all day? I mean,
that's what I was thinking about. I was like, am I staring at nothing all day? But no, I'm usually doing something or I'm looking at a sound. So maybe they're follow sounds. But yeah, I guess I will appreciate if it gets fixed when they like there's like darkness.
You didn't look right away.
Well, I didn't know what you were doing. I was busy. I was imagining when the cats stare into the darkness at night and it's like, what's there? And it's really scary. So I would appreciate if they stopped doing that. And my cat zooms off a lot randomly and also not randomly. Does that mean if she has a reason to zoom off, she'll still zoom off as long as it's not random?
Probably.
Like if she's running from a sound, she might still zoom off.
I mean, you'd hope so, right?
I guess, yeah, in order to protect herself.
Like if there is a problem, you'd want that to be something
true.
that she can react to.
Perceives someone walking in the door as a problem usually.
Oh yeah, that's a problem. That's a major issue.
Depending on who it is and what position she's in.
I feel like your cat plays it about as safe as any cat out there. So.
Yeah. I say, yeah, even like when I walk in, she usually stays. She like runs to the door, but when she can just tell when it's not me, and she'll always be like ready to run just in case. So, I'm glad that she protects herself.
What do you think the dog patches are going to be? I saw one that I was hoping for today. It actually just came to mind. Like it brought up something that I thought was pretty funny from earlier. I was on a run, and sometimes like the things align where there's like two dogs that are about to meet each other as you're about to like zoom through them. Mm-hmm. And so there's two dogs walking by, one in each direction, and I'm running through. And as I get right in the middle, the dogs come to each other, and one of them is like a Doberman, some kind of pointer type dog, and the other one's a corgi. And as I get up to the middle, they like meet, and the corgi just starts lunging at the other dog. But it's got this like incredibly deep bark, and it's a corgi, and it's like vicious, and it's got this like that type of thing going on. I'm running by, I'm just like, cute corgi, but why is it doing that? I think a dog should always have a predictable bark.
Oh.
If you're a corgi, bark like a corgi. Have a little yap.
Yeah, that's funny.
Must have been a mix or something. It was very corgified. It had the corgi face, and it was long and stout, but it looked a little bit bigger than like a regular corgi. It was like kind of fluffy too. So something was up with this thing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very well behaved.
I mean, maybe it was just like, in Up, how his collar gets messed up. And so he's a Doberman, right? Big boss Doberman in charge. He goes, my squeaky little voice. But then his collar gets fixed, and then you find out he actually has a really deep voice like that. Maybe the corgi's little voice box was just messed up.
Like the opposite of Up.
Yeah.
It had the vicious voice when it was actually just a cute little guy.
Yeah. I gotta watch Up, because I've been thinking about that scene, or like those scenes with those dogs for a lot. But yeah, that could be a patch. Gets fixed by dogs, or about dogs. What else is wrong with dogs that you would want fixed? What?
I didn't have anything in mind.
I was gonna say, I typically don't pet random dogs on this like street or sidewalk. People will like walk up and be like, "Oh, can I pet your dog?" Blah blah. I don't typically do that. Excuse me. But like I still remember this. Like a couple years ago, maybe last year. I don't know. I was just like standing there, and I was next to this dog waiting at a crosswalk, and it like licked my arm. Or it like wanted to be pet, so like I like gave it a scratch, and then it licked and slobbered all over my hand and arm, and I was like, that's why I don't touch dogs on the street. I love dogs, don't get me wrong, but like that's what I was like, so maybe they don't slobber all over you. It's an option.
We each gave our very one-off incidents that we think need to be fixed.
Yeah.
Corgis that have way too deep a bark, and that one time a dog slobbered you.
Yeah. It bit me, but that's different.
No, that's a whole previous Patreon episode.
Yeah. Gotta subscribe to hear that
Reference
one.
to the one about embarrassing injuries. Mary got bit by a dog. Embarrassing.
It wasn't embarrassing. I mean, it was like a small, cute little guy, but I'm not embarrassed by it. He was medium-sized.
The premise there was that Mary didn't really have any embarrassing injuries, so we had to just
Yeah, I talked about other stuff.
treat injury, like regular injuries she's had, as embarrassing.
Yeah. Alrighty. Next, I gotta get my breathing down so I can be timed well. Remember when your mom told you that things don't grow legs and walk away? Well, next week, things will actually grow legs and walk away. Random things in your home will begin to slowly start making their way out of your home. Where will they be going? Who actually knows? Just be on the lookout for that. That is from @ZipNotReal.
I feel like that's kind of just been happening to my things for my entire life.
They've been getting up, walking away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they only return when your mom goes to look. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
And it bothers me. It like got to the point where maybe I just figure out how to joke about things, but like I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, like I don't know where this thing is. I don't need you to be mad at me. I just need you to look because you will find it. This is not a big deal. I'm just, I can't find it. You can. So let's just cut to it and have you find it. And it worked.
Well, yeah, that's good. It worked. This kind of reminds me of last week. We talked about how like things would like disappear or fall through in the couch. Like it would just like fall straight, or you drop it and then like falls straight through and like patch whatever. I feel like sometimes you don't know, is something going to fall through and go into a different dimension and then disappear that way, or is it going to grow legs and walk away like this? So now it could be either. Remember we talked about that last week?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I was zoning out, looking around the room, trying to imagine how all the things would grow legs.
Oh, yeah.
Most of them have legs. There's not much left to the imagination. I have a lot of things that have legs.
Do you think the candle would roll, or would it still grow legs?
I think its wicks would expand out the bottom.
God. Through the glass?
Right through the glass. Or like the glass would open up for them.
What about the kettlebell?
That's the one thing. Okay, I think that would have to just sprout legs. I was trying to think.
I think it would too.
Yeah.
Would the cords like slither like a snake? Snakes don't.
Probably.
Snakes just have one big leg.
One big leg. Snakes are a leg. Another hot take. That's just how they are. Snakes are a leg. They don't have legs. They just are a leg.
You're right. A lot of the stuff kind of does have legs, except for some of the smaller objects. Do you think the frisbee would grow legs on their underside or like on the side?
Probably on the side.
Not the flat underside.
Although they could just become like little mushroom things. I like the visual of that.
I'd like to see this couch try to get itself out.
It would have to waddle. Like this couch, a lot of these things I'd imagine walking like corgis. Like this couch is very like kind of low to the ground and like wide.
Uh-huh.
It would have to really waddle. It would have a tough time.
It would. Get stuck.
You don't have to imagine how we'd get up and walk away. We can do that.
I think I'd roll.
You'd roll?
I'd sprout legs on my feet.
Built-in Heelys. That's how I'm going to go.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, you finally got that upgrade to your heels?
Mm-hmm.
You got the wheels installed?
I think it's pretty unfair we live in a universe where like living things like can't evolve to have wheels. Doesn't work very well.
Yeah. It should.
We should be able to do that.
Maybe we'll get that upgrade soon.
That would make several areas of life a lot easier if that could just be like a part of you.
Yeah.
But unfortunately it doesn't work. I remember I watched a whole YouTube video years ago on like why living things can't have wheels, and I was just like, very informative. Thank you for that.
It's random.
It might have been like no, it wasn't one of like the Green Brothers. It was probably one of those just like huge YouTube channels. I'll go find it.
It wasn't Hank Green or John Green?
I don't think John Green would make something about that. Hank would be more likely to, I
Yeah,
think.
you would. Should we go to the next one?
Sure. Oh, we're running up on time here too.
Yeah.
We'll do maybe one or two more.
Okay.
Days are going to get more tiring and boring for the next 2 weeks, starting next Monday. More
sucks.
tiring and boring?
That's crazy.
Is that even possible?
Apparently.
And I wonder if this is already impacting us. Would you say that since Monday, there's been some lethargy going on?
No.
No?
My
Nothing
week-
more than usual?
No, my week's actually been pretty exciting.
Oh.
Not exciting, but not boring, I guess.
I say I haven't been bored. And I haven't really been tired either.
Well, maybe it's talking about the days themselves and not us. Like the days as their own sentient little thingies.
They're bored with us. Or they're just bored in general.
They're going to get more tiring. I don't know. Or maybe if you engage with the day, you're going to get a lot more. You're just going to get easily tired of the day.
If you think about it
Easily
too hard.
bored of the day. That's exactly what I'm doing. Only for the next 2 weeks at least. Starting on a Monday though. Blah.
Does that coincide with like when the seasonal weather here hits? Can you pull that up real quick?
What do you mean by seasonal weather?
Like, cause it's like 80 degrees at the end of September, and it's been that way for like weeks.
Oh yeah.
Do you think? you
Rainy.
Maybe
Rainy
that's it then?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. High 72.
Wow, they predicted it. They predicted the fall off of summer a month
No, but
late.
then it'll be after that sunny and 75 and 78 and 77.
This is actually for everywhere.
Yeah, this is just everywhere.
This is
in
like
general.
no matter where you are, this is relevant.
Now you got me on my phone. Now I'm texting.
Oh,
I'm
no.
stopped at the green light.
You don't have to go.
I won't. I'll keep texting.
If you watch the news in the next couple of weeks, I'm just like, yeah, there's like, they're putting, they got like, I don't know, these new things on Windows that like they're like blinds. I don't know.
Oh
If
my
you
God,
see
this
news
is
like
so
that-
tiring and boring.
If you hear that on the news, you know why. What if I was just knocked out on the desk one day?
Maybe you should... Just taking a nap.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you should try to write all of the news. Or try to, like, predict, I guess, what the news will be now before things get tiring and boring. So that you won't have to, like, fish out all the best stories and stuff while you're tired and bored.
This is some unfortunate timing because the 500th episode of Next Week News is like next.
Oh, wow.
When would that be? Like sometime towards the end of the month. Before September ends, which is within the next 2 weeks.
Wake me up when September.
It'll be the 500th episode of Next Week News.
Wow.
That sounded really sarcastic. I know it wasn't. But the
As
way
I
it's-
kept going, I was like, this sounds really sarcastic.
You got the cup up to your mouth too. It's like, oh,
There you go. That is very exciting. That's what, like 3 years?
I hope it's not a boring and tiring one. Yeah, it's like
3 years of Next Week News.
3 Next Week News years.
Yeah, how old is it in dog years?
A Next Week News year is 166.6666666666 days.
Wow. That was good math.
So good at it.
Do we want to do one more? Or?
We'll do one more. We'll do one more quick one.
As a treat.
As a treat.
So this one says, cats now include an optional sport package from Anonymous.
Are they not already in sport mode a lot of the time?
I don't know.
Are we going to see them hit a new level?
Yeah, I don't know. I think this could mean a couple different things. Either, yeah, sport mode or their play sports.
They can pick up the signals of like
Oh,
like ESPN.
yeah.
They give you live
They
updates
could
on
look.
your fantasy football team.
I could see that. It's optional. You
What do
have
you
to
have? Ding!
subscribe.
Jalen Hurts 1 yard touchdown. Like they do a flip when that happens. That's how you know.
I could see that.
Or they have like a little display.
Or like they open their mouth and it's like a radio.
Yeah. Or they have patches that display the score.
Uh huh. Yeah,
It's optional. I wonder if it costs extra.
probably.
Probably. Everything's costing extra these days.
It's like in order to watch the NFL playoffs, you have to subscribe to your cat sport package. Only for the first 2 weeks of games.
This game is only available on your cat. Tuesday Night Football. I didn't know they even had that, but it's on my cat. It's another ad loss leader. You get the package at the low price, but then you have endless ads on your cat.
Yeah, and you can't control it. Like even when football's not on or sports aren't on, they're just spewing out ads all the time.
Would you be interested in upgrading to? No, thank you.
I feel like they would try to like put in also ads for like, wouldn't you like to try this delicious cat treat or like this beautiful cat litter? But it's not an actual ad that they're running. It's just something they made up, making it seem like an ad to try to get you to give them more treats.
You just hear them say in a voice that's very much not theirs, like, "I'm craving Meow Mix," from like under the bed. I'd like to have Meow Mix, brought to you by Meow Mix.
Oh, the same.
This Meow Mix commercial break is brought to you by Meow Mix. Please feed me Meow Mix.
Yeah, something like that. Or I wonder, because what I was just reading on my watch was an alert from the ESPN like fantasy thing. So it was like NFL news, and it was saying about how one of the quarterback got fined for a touchdown celebration. But it like instead of it would be my cat telling me all of that, giving me those updates.
Don't need phone anymore, just cat.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for joining us. This was one of our catch-up episodes of going through the submissions that we couldn't get to in the previous ones.
So if we don't throw tomatoes at our catch-up episode. I had to acknowledge it sounded like you were saying ketchup.
Wow. But thank you to everybody who sent stuff in several weeks ago now, for the most part, but appreciate it, as always.
Gotta stick with us. I'm impressed at how funny everybody is. Very creative.
And we'll be on Patreon for an extra half hour if you'd like to join us there. There is a free trial if you want to check it out for, I think it's 7 days. Or if you join for free, you might be able to get some stuff. I don't know. But we'll be on there.
Figure out what the surprise topic is.
Yeah, we got to figure that out now. All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Do, 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 do.